You found yourself on another edition of Let 'Em Know Kings United, and on today's episode, the Kings lose another game where Domas Sabonis has a monster performance. They couldn't finish, and they lack urgency. I got a lot of venting to do on Let 'Em Know Kings United. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time for the post-game reaction podcast of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Sacramento Kings, and the Chicago Bulls. This is Let 'Em Know Kings United. Let 'em know, nation, you already know what time it is. Welcome to another edition of Let 'em Know Kings United, your Cleveland Cavaliers, Chicago Bulls, and Sacramento Kings post-game reaction podcast. I am your host, Carlo Weisberg. As always, I appreciate each and every one of you so much for tuning into today's program, and you can find Let 'em Know Kings United, which is 100% completely free and available on your favorite podcast app, whether it's Spotify, Amazon Music, Pandora, iHeartRadio, wherever you get your podcast, and on my NJ Hawk 40 YouTube channel. If you are watching this video on YouTube, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Give the show a follow on all those platforms. Turn on your notifications so you know about the next episode. Please rate, spread the word out to your friends, and give Let 'Em Know Kings United a 5-star review on whatever podcast platform you are listening to this on. It is an awesome way to support the podcast, and I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in. It might be Valentine's Day today, but the Sacramento Kings continue to break my heart. I don't get it. I seriously do not get this team anymore, because the Sacramento Kings won almost every single stat line that you can imagine. They out-rebounded the Phoenix Suns 50-39. They dominated in the paint. Fast break points, they cooked them 22-4, but they still lose 130-125 to a Phoenix team that is now 5th place in the West? I don't get it. I seriously do not get it. Now, as far as Phoenix, I know they got big-time scorers like Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, who is a fake stat kind of all-star, but that is beside the point. You got Bradley Beal, who injured his hamstring once again. He's going to be out for a long period of time. Hey, Phoenix, you got a bad trade in Bradley Beal, based on my opinion. You had a guy named Eric Gordon who caught an alley-oop on you. He dropped 23 points, filling in for Bradley Beal off the bench. But then you had a guy, which, in my opinion, the Sacramento Kings should have got. They should have got, on the trade deadline, Royce O'Neal, who the Brooklyn Nets traded 3 picks in the second round of the draft to Phoenix in order to get Royce O'Neal, right? He dropped 9 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, and 4 steals. Now, it's only one game, so I'm not overreacting there. But Monty McNair, you should have used more urgency, bro. You should have been more urgent. You should have been more urgent on getting guys at the trade deadline, because what did Sacramento do via the trade deadline? Oh yeah, that's right. They stood pat and did freaking nothing. The only move that they did was trade for Robin Lopez and then waived him for some cash. But that ain't gonna help. That ain't gonna help, because the Sacramento Kings once again are exposed. De'Aaron Fox, Malik Monk. Even though offensively, you guys did really well. Malik did 20 off the bench, but that's nothing new for him. De'Aaron Fox had a good bounce-back game, 40 points. He was outstanding offensively. But you had 11 or... Wait. wait a minute. You, out of the 13 turnovers that Sacramento committed, you had 11 combined turnovers out of the 13. What? Malik Monk, 5 turnovers. I don't even know what to say anymore. De'Aaron Fox, 6 turnovers. And oh, by the way, you couldn't make a damn free throw out of a flagrant foul? The Phoenix Suns got a flagrant 1 foul thanks to Grayson Allen, who's nothing more but a bully in the league. And you didn't do your damn job making at least 1, if not 2 free throws? Like, are you kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me? This Sacramento Kings team does not have any urgency. They don't understand the situation that they find themselves in, because thanks to this loss, the Sacramento Kings are now in the 8th spot in the West. Not 5th, not 6th, not 3rd, they were last year. Freaking 8th. Freaking 8th. Behind the Dallas Mavericks, who got better, by the way, thanks to PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford. Honestly, there's only one guy from the Sacramento Kings that I say, you know what? I could trust him. There's one guy that, to me, shows more heart, more passion. He gives a damn about the game more than anybody on this team, and that is Domantas freaking Sabonis, who, by the way, had his 18th triple-double of the season, 36th consecutive double-double. He had 35 points, 12 assists, 18 rebounds. And yet again, the Sacramento Kings wasted another monster performance by Domantas Sabonis. By the way, the Sacramento Kings are 500, 9-9 when Domantas Sabonis has a triple-double. I feel like Domantas is getting betrayed and let down by the entire Sacramento Kings roster. Now, granted, it's not every night, right? It's not every night. I mean, I will give Malik Monk and De'Aaron Fox credit for stepping up offensively, but again, turnovers, the inability to make free throws, hell, the inability to finish games altogether. This Sacramento Kings team is exposed in every single phase of the damn game. We didn't want it. Domantas wanted it, but nobody else gave a damn. Nobody else actually has heart. Nobody else has more, urgency in this game. None. Kevin Durant and Devin Booker outworked Domantas Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox. I don't give a damn about De'Aaron and Domantas combining for 75 freaking points. That is impressive. But at the end of the day, you gotta win when those two guys have all-star caliber performances. You wanna know why that Devin Booker and Kevin Durant won this game for Phoenix? Is because Phoenix had more urgency and you guys didn't. That's simple. Kevin Durant finished with 28 points. Devin Booker finished with 25. Kevin Durant said, I just liked everybody's minutes. Everybody understood the assignment, kept the game simple on both ends, and we just played. The Kings did fight back, tying it at 108 at one point. But again, Phoenix understood the assignment. Frank Vogel said he's got a unique knack for feeling the game out. Speaking of Devin Booker, big part of the W. The Kings out-rebounded 50-39, but made 29% of their three-pointers. You know what, Sacramento? You are nothing more but a one-delusional basketball team. You are one-dimensional. All you do is chuck threes. I do not see a complete team in Sacramento. Not at all. Not at all. And Mike Brown, do not get me started with you, bro, because your coaching has been absolutely disgusting. Absolutely disgusting as of late. De'Aaron Fox, you're not the clutch player of the year. You haven't stepped up. You fell off. Keegan Murray, I regret saying your name all the time. You are an absolute disgrace. Harrison Barnes, you're too inconsistent for me. Kevin Huerter, one game you're hot, next game you're not. Why are you not consistent? Domantas Sabonis. Look, man, I can't say anything bad about you. I can't say anything bad because you're the only Sacramento King that actually gets it, that actually gives a damn, that actually understands the situation that Sacramento's in. If only the rest of this team understands. If only the rest of this team has more urgency, but they don't. Malik Monk, you're exempt from this too. Even though you had 5 turnovers, which I don't condone, you've been consistent off the bench. But another factor is you didn't have Trey Lyles in this game. He was out for illness. And you're not having Sasha Vezenkov for a long period of time. And when Phoenix went small, Sacramento couldn't do nothing about it. But again, this is the difference between them and everybody else in the West. Because everybody else in the West does not feel sorry for the Sacramento Kings. I don't feel sorry for the Sacramento Kings, not at all. Not at all. What I do feel is absolute disgust. Because here's my opinion on this. The Sacramento Kings got bitter while everybody in the West got better. Look at the Dallas Mavericks. Look at the Phoenix Suns. Hell, look at the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Minnesota Timberwolves. The 2 most dominant teams in the Western Conference right now. And they got my vote as the number 1 and number 2 seed. Absolutely no question. Absolutely no question there. The LA Clippers, who smoked the Sacramento Kings this season, have my vote on it too. And the New Orleans Pelicans, who smoked the Sacramento Kings this season, have my vote too. When is Sacramento going to understand? When is this Sacramento Kings team going to get it? This is not a quarter into the season where you feel each other out. This is near playoff time. Because after the All-Star break, it doesn't get easier for Sacramento. It doesn't get easier. I know they play Denver tonight, but I expect Denver to, cook the Sacramento Kings. Domantas Sabonis is going to do his damn thing, but I expect Denver to win. And then after the All-Star break, who, by the way, Domantas Sabonis is not going to Indiana, which I still think it's completely disrespectful. Who do they got after the All-Star break? They got the Spurs at home, but that's a trap game because they overlook bad teams. The LA Clippers, who smoked the Sacramento Kings at one point this season. And then you got the Miami Heat, who have a better winning culture and have a better standard than what the Sacramento Kings have. You know what? I was debating a couple of days ago about changing the name of this show. Changing the name of the show. And you know what? The Sacramento Kings piss me off that I'm at a point where next season, if the Sacramento Kings do not show me any urgency, I'm changing the name of the show. I'm changing the name of the show because Domantas Sabonis, this is not on you. You've been consistent all year, and I can rely on you. But everyone else on this team does not show me urgency. I mean, just match the heart, match the energy, match the passion, match the desire of what Domantas Sabonis brings every freaking night. He's not only Mr. Consistent, he's not only Mr. Reliable, but I'm going to make a case that Domantas Sabonis is the true captain of this team because there's no leader. None. Besides Domas, nobody is a damn leader. We got a bunch of followers on this team. Malik Monk, De'Aaron Fox, that could be a leader case. But right now, Domantas Sabonis is the true leader, and everybody else needs to step up. Everybody needs to get behind him. Because Domantas Sabonis has put in more work, and he has a better work ethic than the entire team. And that's not only embarrassing, but that's just disappointing. And Sacramento is better than this. They're better than the 8th seed. That's what pisses me off about this. Sacramento is so much better than that. But if they continue to play poor defense, if they continue to give up open threes, if they don't learn how to defend the perimeter, if they don't learn how to make free throws because they're nothing more than a liability, then guess what? Come at the end of this stretch, we might be looking at a Sacramento Kings team that might be out of the playoffs. I hate to alarm everybody, but that is the truth. Sacramento shot 51% for the field. So did Phoenix. The rebounds were 50-39 in favor of Sacramento, 15 of them on the offensive glass. The assist numbers, 29-27 in favor of Phoenix. The steals were 11-8 Phoenix. The blocks were 6 apiece. The fast break points were 26-4 in favor of Sacramento. The points in the paint, 72-42 in favor of Sacramento, but they still lost, which doesn't surprise me because Sacramento does not have any urgency. Domas Sabonis, the true leader of this team, 35 points, 18 rebounds, 12 assists, a steal, 3 blocks, 1 turnover. 1 turnover for the real leader of this team. De'Aaron Fox, 40 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 steals. That's good, right? 6 turnovers. Absolutely disgraceful. Malik Monk off the bench, 22 points, 6 assists, 5 turnovers. Like, come on! What are we doing here? Kevin Durant for Phoenix. He was outstanding. He was vintage Kevin Durant. 28 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists and a steal. Devin Booker, 25 points, 9 assists, 3 steals, 3 rebounds, but he pulls off absolute fake stats. He doesn't deserve to be an all-star. Domas does. Grayson Allen, 19 points, 2 of 5 from 3, 70% for the field, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, and also a block. Off the bench, Eric Gordon did a really good job of stepping up for Bradley Beal. 23 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists. Royce O'Neal, welcome to Phoenix. 9 points, 3 of 7 for the field, 5 assists, 4 steals, 4 rebounds, 1 block. Monty McNair should have got you during the trade deadline. Look, I'm sounding the alarm. I'm sounding the alarm for the Sacramento Kings. Show me some urgency. Show me some urgency. Match the energy. Match the passion. Match the heart that your true leader, Domas Sabonis, has, or I'm done with y'all. That's the bottom line. And that's going to do it for today's edition of Let 'Em Know Kings United. You can find this show on Amazon Music, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, Spotify, and your favorite podcast app, and on YouTube. Like this video if you are watching on YouTube. Hit subscribe and turn on that notification bell. Give the show a follow on those platforms. Turn on your notifications so you know about the next episode. Please rate, spread the word out to your friends, and give Let 'Em Know Kings United a 5-star review. I am your host, Tyler Weisberg. I appreciate you all tuning in, and I will see you next time for another edition of Let 'Em Know Kings United.